One Focus Radio.
Welcome to the show, it's Dyer's Daily. Keeping in the know, it's Dyer's Daily. We've got chat, we've got discussion, nice and slow, ain't no rushing, reading emails and events. Sometimes he makes no sense. It's time to start the show, it's Dyer's Daily. He'll be there in a mo, it's Dyer's Daily. We've got plays, we've got interviews, even stuff that's in the news. Local and otherwise, come and try it on for size, it's Dyer's Daily.
Hello and welcome to the Dyer's Daily podcast for Tuesday the 4th of December 2018. Today we're going to be talking about national days, in particular National Sock Day, of which it is today. So happy National Sock Day, everybody. We're going to be talking about that and many other things besides. But first, let's get a word from some other podcasts that are out there in podcast land. Okay, so take it away.
Have you ever been reading through a stack of comics and thought, maybe I should see what this Arkham Asylum game is all about? Or been playing Marvel vs. Capcom and felt like you were at a real disadvantage since you didn't know who half the characters were? Well, Play Comics is the show for you. I'm Chris, and each episode we take a look at video games based on comic properties and how well they stick to that source material. So whether you know the comics and want to know how all these games work, or you know the games and want to find out where all this craziness came from, go check out Play Comics at playcomics.com or wherever you find your favorite podcasts.
So yeah, so it'll be like, I'll be like, hey, and then you guys will be like, hi. Like, and I'll be like, we are the Drunk Detectives.
Mm-hmm. Meat and
All right.
potatoes.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Hey,
Hi. Hi.
we are the Drunk Detectives. We are a true crime comedy podcast.
So we're funny. Sometimes.
So we pair handcrafted signature cocktails with cold, bloody, unsolved murder. We release a new episode every Sunday, and you can find us on the Apple Podcast app, on Google Play Music, Stitcher Radio, and Radio Public. Or you can follow us at www.thedrunkdetectives.com.
Bye.
Dyer's Daily.
Now, I've been doing this show for, about a month and a bit, and we've covered some pretty random things in the show. I don't want to say in the show's history, because it's still very young in the show's history, but I don't know what it is, but I'm always struggling for topics for this show, and then it hit me. Why didn't I look up national days? Because national days are absolutely fascinating. I have no idea how half of them originated. Usually I find out about them on Twitter at a late stage in the day of which it is the national day of, and I don't know where they come from. I do not know where a lot of them come from or how they originate, but it really is kind of random. So today, December the 4th, it is a lot of things. Apparently it's something like National Cookie Day, which, would be fantastic to talk about. But do you know what? I know all those stereotypes about radio presenters asking what your favourite biscuit is, so I'm not going to go down that road. This one seems more interesting, considering that yesterday I was talking about it being a lot chillier, and we definitely need these in order to keep warm. Okay, so today, December the 4th, 2018, is National Sock Day. Apparently, according to nationaldaycalendar.com, National Sock Day on December 4th recognises the rarest of all lasting unities, the marriage of matched socks. When they manage, wash after wash, dry after dry, to keep finding each other through all the chaos, a celebration is certainly in order. Right. Okay. Yes. the founders of National Sock Day, still nationaldaycalendar.com, turn the tables on holidays that brought attention to such individualism like National No Sock Day on May the 8th and National Lost Sock Day on May the 9th, in an effort to promote the sock couples who remain together, whether animal magnetism or chemistry. National Sock Day is dedicated to highlighting even the tiny baby socks who manage to stay together. Okay, so this day seems to be all about keeping your socks together, which for most people, not mentioning any genders or anything, most people, socks are really hard to think, especially when you've got several pairs and they're like just a tiny little shade different, but you always end up mixing them up. So I guess this day seems to be all about matching socks together. I don't know. This whole thing is random. There's a whole lot of stuff here, and I don't know. Apparently, National Day Calendar declared National Sock Day in October of 2016. Okay, so this is a fairly new thing. I kind of get it, and I kind of don't. Because I guess it makes more sense, doesn't it, to celebrate matching socks than just socks at random. But how ridiculous are we getting with these national days now? Like, there's a national day or an international day or a world day for absolutely everything. And I don't even know why. Where did these things even come from? And you sort of wonder, does the invention of social media bring about more of these things? I mean, look, as I look on this page, there is a hashtag for National Sock Day. It's pretty certain that on National Sock Day, that thing is going to be trending. I can't say right now because I haven't quite updated my feed, and I try not to distract myself too much while I'm doing this program. But you can almost bet that it's going to be trending. And you often think that there is always a boost for business on that day, because you can almost bet. I mean, the other day it was National Pie Day, and you can almost bet that I think it was yeah, that's right, it was Network DVD, and they had a special offer for Black Friday on Pie in the Sky. Yeah, so people turn this round. So although it seems a bit daft having a national day for practically everything, there's always a business out there that benefits from it, because if you look at these hashtags for the national days, you click on it, there's always a business going, I see, it's National Socks Day, we've got all sorts of socks for your pleasure, you know, all that sort of thing. So in a way I can see it's kind of a benefit for business, but at the same time, why are there all these national days? Where do they come from? I think a lot of them originate in the US. A lot of them are US-based holidays or national days. And to be honest, it's kind of like Valentine's Day. Why is it that for one day a year we have to say to the one we love that we love them, and that we want to be with them, and all that sort of mushy mumbo jumbo stuff? You know, I say that not in a kind of in a bad way. I just mean, why do we keep that to 1 year? Why is one day? Why is it that every National Sock Day we go, oh, thank you socks for being together? Well, every day we're thankful that we have socks. Every day we're thankful for a lot of things, because, you know, even if you don't say it out loud, you're always sort of thinking it in the back of your mind. Although I have to say, sometimes we do have a tendency to forget what exactly, you know, we're thankful for, or the tiny little things sometimes. So I do wonder, actually, does National Sock Day also encourage charities to drive for more socks to give to homeless people, perhaps? Because this time of year, you know, the socks are incredibly important. Anything blankets or anything like that. So that's another thing. I'm thinking out loud here, like I do on a lot of these programs, because I'm never quite sure how to go about it. And like I say, it's National Cookie Day, but I was not going to fall into the stereotype of what's your favourite biscuit. Apparently it's also, for you dice lovers out there, it's National Dice Day, which is not so interesting because I haven't played a dice game for ages, not even on things like Monopoly. And we know that this time of year, someone somewhere is going to get out the board game and everyone's going to go, you know, and that's kind of where we are with dice games. Although I've always wanted to try Yahtzee. I don't know why, but Yahtzee, it's got a cool name for a start, and also I've no idea what it is, but I know it's a dice game. I have had a bit of a hankering recently for playing dominoes, so maybe at Christmas, maybe I'll get the dominoes out. Maybe that's the thing to do. Yeah. Anyway, thinking out loud, happy National Sock Day, everybody. Happy National Dice Day. Happy National Cookie Day. Yum, yum. I had some white cookies the other day. They were absolute delish. Anyway, let's bring this podcast to an end, shall we? This has been Dyer's Daily. Thank you very much for listening. Please remember to subscribe, comment, rate, all that stuff on your favourite podcast provider. Tell us about it on our website, www.southwavesaudio.co.uk, of which this has been a production of. And from me, Jamie Dyer, thank you very much for listening, and goodbye for now.